I'm going to be answering my first CCR question, which is how does your product use or challenge conventions and how does it represent social groups or issues? Quite understandably, it's a must for animal magazines to have a model, preferably making eye contact with the audience. I haven't seen any cover throughout my research process that has not had an animal in it. Usually only one can be seen, but there are instances where two are present. More than that is rare. The color scheme is typically bright, giving a lively ambience, but in cases where the magazines are discussing serious issues related to animals, neutral and somber tones are used to give it a sense of importance. There isn't usually too much text on the cover and is in different shades of a few colors, so that while the reader's eye is not confused, they still feel like they have a lot of variety to receive from the magazine's contents. Moreover, the text on almost every cover I've seen is aligned on whichever side of the page it's on. The contents page usually has either a collage of animal pictures or one image on top of a solid background. All four of the featured models, except some on the double spread, are making eye contact, keeping the audience engaged and making them empathize with the animals. The masthead is bold and eye catching, along with the tagline, slogan, and more text mentioning interesting animal related topics for the reader to dive into. The color scheme is bright and striking, consisting of various shades of pink, blue, and yellow. The cover's text is right aligned on the right side and left aligned on the left side of the page. Both the contents page and double spread have left aligned text, making it easy to follow and not be puzzling to the eye. The contents page has clear, visible page numbers so the audience can find topics relevant to their interest with utmost ease. The barcode is placed on the lower left, and all three pages include the magazine's title as well as the date and page numbers in the same fonts throughout. Although I followed most of the conventions, I challenged one by adding only one picture on the contents page, whereas normally there are multiple pictures of animals on them, in the form of a collage. Moreover, the double spread has two bold texts, take care and do you approve, while usually there is only one present. When it comes to our social issue, my partner and I were sure we wanted our magazine to be based on animals, as we both love them. Considering our topic, we knew the social issue would be inequality against animals because unfortunately there's a lot of that around us and we should highlight that. The research for that started by searching up different magazines on the internet based on this topic, and they were seen to understand how this issue is shown in the most efficient ways possible. Another source of research was our formal survey, in which we found out that only a small percentage of the respondents thought that a magazine based on animals would not attract the audience. 41.3% of them thought that issues related to animals were rarely portrayed in magazines, while 20.6% said no, and 23.8% of them supposed that they only witnessed it sometimes. 95.2% of them believed that it's important to talk about such issues, and thus, as people wanted this, we established that this is the best social issue for us to highlight. Moreover, as there is a lot of inequality against animals in our local community, hearing the tragic stories of such animals so often broke my heart. Recently in Karachi, an animal rescue team rescued 25 tied up muzzled dogs from extremely unsanitary, brutal, and traumatic conditions and gave them a home. These are the animals who were noticed and thankfully rescued. However, there are so many more animals being abused that people aren't even aware about. Hence, it was important to talk about this dire emergency. The social group involved in our topic, stray animals, are featured in all three pages. All of the models are stray, rescued animals, and this increases the authenticity of our magazine. The social issue has been represented on the cover by the masthead being approval, which is directly pointing out what these animals lack in our society. The slogan and tagline adopt, don't shop, and why breed bias is unfair are both related to the social issue and not just animals in general. It has also been hinted at in the haircom that gets rid of ticks and prejudice text that highlights one form of discrimination stray animals have to face. Most of the topics on the contents page are related to rescue animals and their struggles to reach our aim, which is to spotlight the problems they face, raise awareness, and help others sympathize with them, which will eventually lead to helping hands coming forward and the issue starting to be resolved. Furthermore, the double spread not only includes interviews from two rescuers in our local community but has a grey backdrop that represents the unfortunate background these animals come from, while the colored text symbolizes hope and that they can be healthy and happy if we assist them as much as we can. The text "Do you approve" is a continuation of the aim of the magazine's title, which asks our audience if after reading about their plight, do they finally accept these animals or not.